in the test that.
I built this thing called Niagara 1812, and essentially it's an app that you can use in the village of Queenston, or I built another one for the village of Niagara-on-the-Lake, and it relates to the War of 1812. So if you're in Queenston, or if you're in Niagara-on-the-Lake, and you've got my app, you can use it to find out about old buildings around you. And that's pretty standard stuff. We see a lot of that now. In the 4 years since I built mine, there are a lot of others. What's different about mine is that I also added onto that a game. So basically what happens is you get a prompt that says, oh, you're in town, this is great, can you help us solve this mystery? We just uncovered some documents and we need somebody who's walking around, so if you could take a look for us and find out what's going on, it'd be really helpful. And the game then leads you from place to place and asks you to find things in buildings, asks you to send back information about what you've got, and at the end of it, you uncover a mystery. We need to be thinking about what kinds of computer programs we could write, maybe we'll call them maps or something else, that will control what's on that screen. And just because Google right now is showing us a movie in which certain pieces of information come in doesn't mean that it has to be that way. Hopefully we have control of it. Let's say 10 years from now, students in a grade 12 class are wearing glasses, augmented reality glasses, with text messages that are coming in, or emails, or little videos that come in. For those glasses to work, as I was saying before, they're going to need cameras on them so that we don't walk into friends in the hallway as we're going through, because some data has been put in front of where that friend is. All that needs to be coordinated. So the question that needs to be asked then is, what kind of apps do we need for classrooms of the future where we're recording our teachers and our fellow students all the time? Basically, the humanities are history, philosophy, literature, music, basically culture, if we had to sum it up in one word. And digital humanities is how we use the computer to better understand those things and to better communicate it to one another. One of the things that we do at Brock is we bring together computing and culture. And in some of the courses that I teach, students, for instance, instead of writing an essay about the War of 1812, they've created games about the War of 1812. Basically, what we're trying to do is create an environment so that people can build their own location-based applications. So you can really easily walk around your town or your city and be passionate about coffee shops or comic shops or whatever, and create a tour for other people to simply follow. I started this business because we were building this iPhone app that I was talking about before. Again, this is way back in 2007, 2008. We wanted it to run like a business. I wanted to create something that would go into the iTunes store and that people would buy, and we needed a business to do that. And so then I hired my students, and they came in and we worked together, and they learned how to run a business. And we all together learned how to build a really interesting app. So that's one of the other things I do, is help students who want to go into, in this case, interactive media development. I think as we go forward, what we're going to have are technologies that are more just there. We're not thinking about them. The information just comes to us in our line of vision, maybe under our skin, makes us feel this or feel that. Maybe the technology's just thinking, reading our thoughts. That's going to be really interesting going forward. What kinds of things are we not just wearing over our eyes or in our eyes, but over our heads? And how are we controlling the technology around us? You have to go after what you're passionate about. You have to create your own career. And maybe that's going to involve something that's quite different from what you expected. Maybe you've trained as a teacher, but you'll go to China and teach English, or you will work in a food bank, or you will start a game company. Go with what you're passionate about, because in the end, you'll be quite happy that you did so. One thing that I would say to students is it's really important to have strong technical skills. One of the things that I'm sometimes concerned about is that people like me say you got to be passionate about something. And students are really passionate about something, but beyond the passion, they can't actually do anything. And when a student comes into this lab here, the first thing I want to know is, what can you do? Okay, you can program in C, that's awesome. Okay, you can't, but you know how to use Flash, that's great. But if you don't have anything in terms of tangible skills, there's not much we can do together, because we all have great ideas. The question is, can you execute? Dream big, because things are moving very, very quickly. So what do you want to build? Because there could be a market for it in a few years.